Our experts describe you as an appallingly dull fellow, unimaginative, timid, lacking in initiative, spineless, easily dominated, no sense of humor, tedious company, and irrepressibly drab and awful. And whereas in most professions these would be considerable drawbacks, in chartered accountancy they are a positive boon. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth, post-Thanksgiving edition. I would like to say I hope that all of my subscribers had a happy holiday season. I'd like to also take this time to thank all of my subscribers for their many comments and for continuing to view my videos. I'm very grateful. I thank you very much. I have a few things I want to talk about. First of all, the Minnesota Senate, which has not been decided yet. What hangs in the balance here is the 60-seat majority, which would preclude any filibusters on the part of Republicans. It's still a very close race. You know, normally, considering the fact that it would give the edge to the Democrats, allow them free hand, therefore no excuses, no fucking excuses for the next 2 years. Not that they've had any for the last two, but now we're really talking serious, no fucking excuses. They get their 60 fucking people. I don't want to hear them say a single fucking time in the news for the next 2 fucking years. I don't want them to even use the word Republican when referring to any kind of fucking legislation, because they can't blame it on the Republicans. They're not going to be able to blame it on them anyway, but with the 60 seats, they would be able to block any attempts by the Republicans to stop any of their legislation. The only thing that holds me back from embracing the idea of Minnesota going for a Democrat is Al Franken, who never was funny, is not funny, never will be funny, and I can't see in any way, shape, or form him being a politician of any magnitude, shape, or size. I hate him. If it was any other candidate, I'd be all for it 100%. And I'm not saying I'm for the Republican guy either, but I think you get my meaning. Al Franken is just a stupid piece of shit. You know, and we all know now that Clinton is going to be named the Secretary of State. Some people have speculated, and I believe it's true, that a deal was struck during the Democratic convention shortly before or while it was going on between the Clintons and Obama for Hillary to meekly throw her support behind him and not precipitate a revolt at the convention in order for her to get the Secretary of Stateship. And not only is she going to get that, but according to these same people, she has demanded and concessions have been given to her so that she can hire her entire own staff. And that means everybody in state will be loyal to her. They'll all be her own people, and supposedly Obama has given her a free hand to do this. So this does lend itself to a greater level of belief on the basis of what has happened. So I do believe that a deal was struck, and that is why Clinton did not make a fuss at the convention, and which she could very well have done and caused problems for Obama and his nomination. Next is Mumbai, the big terrorist attack in Mumbai. I think it's been quite some time since we've had a significant terror threat facing the world, and this is very timely in between presidents here in the United States. And I think that it's not surprising at all that now they're talking about this being a Pakistani operation, because here you have Obama, who wants to put more pressure on Pakistan and possibly go into that country in support of the Afghanistan war. Okay, so more troops there, possibly intervention in Pakistan, and I see this very clearly as a fucking propaganda exercise, which unfortunately uses innocent people as nothing but cannon fodder to perpetrate a sense of terror in order to further the fucking agenda. So anything you hear about Pakistan or Islamic terrorists or radicals of any stripe that are being used as the foils for these terrorist attacks and the dreadful, awful murder of these people, it is an intelligence operation. It's being run by people behind the scenes, and whoever comes out and says that this is being done by Pakistan, you can bet your bottom fucking dollar that Pakistan is probably not involved in this in any way, shape, or form, except maybe having their cutouts being used by intelligence agencies, either theirs or ours, in order to further a fucking propaganda agenda. I see it. And I think that's exactly what's happening there. It's a fucking shame that so many people have to die. And people have to be put in a state of terror and dread to further a fucking political, economic, world fucking agenda. A so-called war on terrorism, which will never end, has no enemies that can ever be seen or captured. There's no end date, there's no victory sign that you can ever put on it. Forever ongoing. Gates is purported to be staying at the Pentagon, much to the chagrin of many liberals. I imagine that after the hand-wringing and the gnashing of teeth by the fucking liberals, that they will have come up with a plausible deniability for Obama, because that's what his entire presidency is going to be. It's going to be plausible deniability. It's going to be just like when the fucking czars ran Russia. It was never the czars. When the serfs were being abused with tremendous amount of taxation and abuse heaped on them by the landowners, it was never the czar that was doing it. It was always his lords. It was always the boyars. It was always the nobility. It was never the czar. The people always thought, no, the czar would never do that to us. The czar loves the people. He loves the land. And this is the exact same thing we're going to see with this fucking Obama presidency. No one's ever going to stick nothing on this guy. You watch. I guarantee it. And Gates is the first example, well, not the first example, he's the latest example of many, many fucking betrayals that this president is going to throw towards all those people who supported him. You just wait and see. I predict that very soon the fucking dictionaries are going to change. The word change is going to be changed in the dictionary so that it means keep everything the fucking same. I also see that a Walmart worker was crushed to death in the rush for Black Friday savings. It amazes me that there are still stupid fucking dupes in this country who fall for the same capitalist bullshit of running out and buying fucking presents for everybody and anybody. Why do the people in this country continue to support the predatory capitalism that is fucking destroying their lives? I will never understand it. And here a person dies in the rush. 2 people were shot at a Toys R Us store. This is predatory capitalism at work. And finally, the FDA has issued a ruling on melamine in baby formula. And apparently, USA melamine is just fucking fine for your kids. It's not that goddamn Chinese shit. So, they raised the levels of melamine in baby formula. So, hey, feed your kids the plastic residue and watch them grow up to be really big and strong in the great United States of fucking America. Thank you. Good night.